I've only tried this going back to the crate, or what I call Homeplate, one time, and with Scarlet. So I'm going to try that again today, just to see where I stand, because to me it's really important that they learn to go back to Homeplate. As soon as they can do that and sit, then you can begin throwing marks. Hey, so I'm going to do a little bit of this, and then she's now about the age where she can start doing a lot of it. So, okay, let's try this. Right, right, right. Ready, ready. Kennel, kennel, kennel. Just a minute. All right, ready, bite, bite, bite. Kennel, come on, kennel. Good, sit, very good, sit, sit, sit. The important thing here is not to get too upset. They don't just jump in there, but come on, here, good. Sit, ready, kennel, kennel. Good, sit, 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 ready. That a girl, that a girl, that a girl. Good, okay, okay, very good. All right, let's try it again. Out. Sit, ready, kennel, kennel. Good, sit. All right, so start slow on this. Get them to go in the crate on the kennel command, and it's the way I do it. Some people do it other ways, but I like that way because that's what they're used to doing in the house, etc., etc. She's done this one other time, and she wasn't very good at it, and right now she's sit. Ready? She's pretty good. Ready? Kennel, kennel. Good. Sit. So I guess the point I'm making now is when they're little baby puppies and you try it, it might be pretty hard, but after a while it gets pretty easy. There's nothing to it. When she was 9 weeks old, it was like climbing Mount Everest. Okay, ready? Let's try one more time. Ready? Come here. Sit. Sit. Kennel. Kennel. Good. Sit. Once they're in there, then it's good to reinforce the sit command. Sit. Sit. Good. Sit. Sit. I'm going to pitch one. Sit. Little traffic cop. Sit. 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 Ready? Back. Good girl. Okay. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Very good. Very good. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I'm going to do with that right now. That's the beginning of it. And I'm going to keep working that. Now that I've started, I can do it on a regular basis.
You know, after a lesson, I think it's really a good idea to take a walk. I always do it. It sort of sets up the right attitude in the puppy to get ready for the next lesson. I think it's a bad idea to just finish the lesson and put the dog up and go home. You know, it just seems like this extra time with the puppy is a really valuable component of the overall training process, and I try to do it whenever I can, even though sometimes you can't do it. Sometimes you can, and when you can, you should. You can sneak a few little marks in. You can introduce the dog to new situations, new parts of the environment, logs and creeks and all those kinds of things. So it's really important to do that walk after your lesson. So it occurred to me that this might be a good time to look through some of my old videos and get a slightly more advanced version of going back to home plate so that it becomes more clear some of the possibilities of it. Beginning stage is just you do some standard marks, walk around marks, wide drill, etc., etc. But then as you get more developed, you can add more elements, mark blind combinations, multiple marks, etc. So here I have star, and the crate, the home plate, is on the other side of a channel. So I've incorporated another element into going back to home plate. One thing that you'll discover is once they learn to do this, they love it. It's just the highlight of their life. Also, you can do some really sound training using this technique. Now here Star is just doing a regular single, but it does have the element of crossing the channel. Good girl. Okay. Ready? Now what I'm going to do here is throw a mark, and then let her focus on that. Then I'm going to send her back to home plate. Ready? Kennel. And then once she's back into home plate and focusing on me, instead of sending for the mark, I'm going to call her back to me, just as a discipline. I'm using my hand signal for her to come. So instead of going for the mark that she's seen thrown, she's coming back to me. When she gets there, then I'm going to send her for the mark. Ready? Ready? Back. Good girl. Okay, so that is a little picture of what can develop with going back to home plate.
Now I'm going to be back with you in just a second.
You know, it occurred to me that in this time of so much going on in the world, a lot of negative thoughts come into our minds, and we can have a tendency to dwell on them, and it can cause us grief in our life. So I'm thinking about Philippians 4, verse 8, where it says, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things.